super visible. Alright, so, yeah, we got this one brother song, and this is a part that can be played on. So, you know, we've got this juxtaposition that we're using of my index fingers on 3 strings, and I'm using my pinky on and off. In the first chord in the riff, we're doing, you know, he's doing it with his thumb, and it's got, you know, pinky, pinky, index. And then when we move up here, it switches to pinky, like that, you know? So let's just work on maybe going for a minute, and the last one will sound really dissonant. And then worry about the bass note. The thing of doing with the thumb is when you go to do this one, you would have to change normal juxtaposition anyway to be able to reach it. But that's what we're doing. We're going, so we first have this, which sounds like we're going bip-bum, bip-bum. And because we are. And when I'm hitting the, it's all 3 strings. So then we get our straight to boo-dee-dee-dee, which is hard, but that's what he's doing. And we can't do it lower because we need that. So there you are. And the only reason that's doable is because we're already in that shape, you know, our pinky's already jutted out there. They might be going or something like that, but either way. And that's got the sound of clicks in there. So there I'm hitting, and then, so that's along with. So definitely we want our thumbs over the top now, and for all of our blues soloing stuff. So, you know, so there we are. And just looking at how my index finger is positioned when I'm doing this. You know, I'm not barring, I'm not muting straight. It's this thing where, you know, if you've never played anywhere but this position, this is how your index finger would be, which would make it difficult to play a whole bunch of chords, you know, that involve this, but so that's why they're thumbing their way through it. But everybody's, you know, they're playing all these blues licks like that. We are too now, so you can kind of switch from your rhythm place to your, if you want to, but it'll have a big thumb switch. But that said, we're doing that a lot in our riffs. So we're going from I have to reach to thumb over top. So yeah, big hand juxtaposition changes. But and there's a chick at the end. So. Then we get this other section where other things happen. Where we were going, that might have been all we needed. And, yeah, there pretty much it's just the same thing until we get to the break. I started to write it twice until I realized it was the same thing. Then we've got where I wrote breakdown, and that's just our. So there we're playing 1, 2, 3 strings, just you know, not the highest note in the chord, not the lowest note in the chord, but just and yeah, so. And again, that's got this in there. So we're going click, and it's one single thing I'm doing at the same time. It's like barring, but not pushing down. So we're back to cool. So just structurally talking about this chord we're playing really quick. You know, B minor 7s. I wrote down some of them, and you know, if we think about our E chords, we get the 7th here, and that's the one that we're using, and that's a D, which is in an octave. We're going. Something you can do in minor chords is like it's a chord tone. So we're putting in the 7th, and then a duplicate of that. So yeah, and it would sound fine to be like without the bass note. Anyway, so then we got a couple riffs from the solo too after he was just doing all this. But yeah, new concept is that you know, if we think about structurally where we are, if we were playing D minor pentatonic, like everything's 2 frets higher than where we initially learned it, we'd have our main box here, and then pentatonic 2 here. So this part of the fretboard where we're hanging out in is where we would have, there's our B right there, and then that one right there. So really the only difference on the high strings is we take out this weird note there and end up with that. So everything else, it makes sense because you know it's like so, but you know it's just another thing that works. You know, we're in B. So it totally sounds fine as long as it's minor. If it's major, it's not as good anymore. So there you go. There's another thing we can do, and it gets, you know, you can use all of your licks, but pretty much just pentatonic 1, pentatonic 2 shit. And if we look at what we're doing here, it's like that's B right there. The note that you know should go like that, and then we don't go to that except really fast. So we're really just playing the, and every time we go to this note, it's really fast. So we are actually playing structurally, you know, stuff like that, aside from this one, which is could be that. So yeah, you can totally. It's a lot of the same notes. Anyway, so we could do this. Yeah. There's our first one. And that was an electric. And so we'll do both. There we are. And you know, I mean, there's something you always do in your solos. Is go, alright, fuck. Just, you know, kind of string them together. That's a big project. Anyway, so doing this percussive stuff, I know it's not like the first and foremost thing you've been working on, but you know, it's like an African concept. It's like a funk disco concept that we're doing this the whole time. Really, it's only when we go and we want to pause there that we cease to just do this the entire time. The whole rest of the time. And that's all our stuff from the childhood right now. Anyway, flick the pick.